Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. This is Brandon. Welcome back to my channel where I discuss skincare research, as well as review the latest products on the market. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season. How were your holidays? I'd love to hear more about them down in the comment section below. So today I'm doing something a little different. I'm taking you on a field trip to the drugstore, aka CVS. If you don't know what CVS is, if you live in a different country perhaps, it's basically a chemist or a drugstore all across the country here in the US, and it sells over-the-counter products, as well as it has a pharmacy as well. You can get prescription medications in. They also have skincare and their own brand of skincare products. Today I'm actually going to be discussing the sunscreens that CVS has, their own store brand, that are sort of dupes, if you will, of name brand products. But before we go ahead and delve into those CVS brand sunscreens, I wanted to ask if you could just go ahead and hit the like button down below. It really helps me grow my channel and reach more people, and I really appreciate it. And definitely hit that subscribe button as well. I'd love to have you join this channel, join this community, help me grow this community so that we can all grow and learn together in regard to skincare and the products that are out there. Okay, so in regard to drugstore sunscreens, most drugstores have their own store brand. Even a lot of grocery stores, at least here in the US, have their own store brand sunscreens, and that includes mineral sunscreens as well as chemical sunscreens. For me personally, I like the mineral sunscreens because it offers more durable, lasting protection with zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. Caveat there is it tends to leave a significant cast on the skin, and it's definitely not ideal for deeper, darker skin tones unless it has some sort of tint through like the addition of iron oxides. But primarily store brand, whether it's CVS or any sort of grocery store or pharmacy, they tend to not sell their own brand of tinted mineral sunscreens. They generally just have mineral sunscreens as well as chemical sunscreens, as well as combination sunscreens that contain both mineral and chemical. So it has a good variety for everyone depending upon your needs, your aesthetic, and what you're really looking for in regard to sun protection. There are many reasons why someone would choose a pharmacy brand sunscreen. One of them is just the price point. It tends to be lower than the name brand. You're generally not sacrificing any sort of quality. The ingredients are all the same. They're all in the same order, at least on the ingredient list, and it's going to offer you the same robust protection. Also, sometimes if you're in a pinch and you only have a drugstore near you and you're traveling and you don't have a sunscreen and that's really all that you can get to, that's also another reason why you may choose, again, in a pinch, a pharmacy brand sunscreen. I know personally, I use some of the sunscreens from CVS, and I will show you the top sunscreens that I highly recommend, and I'll just go through the ingredient list as well as we go through the aisles in CVS. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so the first sunscreen in this lineup is the CVS Health Clear Zinc Broad Spectrum Sun Lotion SPF 50. This is a 2-ounce bottle that contains mineral and a chemical sunscreen filter. And really part of the reason why I like this a lot is because it contains zinc oxide, and zinc oxide again is a natural mineral. It provides a blocking agent. It just sits on the skin, protects the skin from UV penetration, and it's photostable in comparison to things like chemical filters. But this one also has I think it's octocrylene, which is a chemical filter that just absorbs UV rays. So the combination really cuts down on the white cast that you would get from a purely mineral sunscreen. Again, I like this a lot because it has the mineral in it, the zinc oxide, which is going to provide robust protection from both UVA and UVB, which are the aging and burning rays respectively. But you also have the octinoxate, which that combination there, similar to like the dermatology sunscreen, that combination there is just going to reduce the white cast while providing you broad spectrum protection against the harmful rays of the sun. Now, this might not be 100% transparent or clear on every skin type. I know for me, it provides a slight white cast still, but it settles down nicely and you can't really notice it if you are a fair skin type. I'm not exactly sure what it looks like on a darker skin type, but the ingredients are simple. There's no oil, there's no fragrance, which I really like, and it also comes in a different packaging. It comes in a tub, but I'll show you that later in subsequent views of the products that are here. But overall, yeah, I really like this sunscreen. It's definitely helpful if you're in a pinch. It's only 2 ounces, so you can travel with it easily. if you're like flying or on a carry-on bag. It's also a good price point. It's $7.59, so I really like that. Now the next one is a sensitive skin lotion, SPF 60 plus, and this is really great for people who have sensitive skin because there's no chemical filters in here at all. It's purely mineral, so it has titanium dioxide as well as zinc oxide. You don't have oxybenzone or octocrylene or octinoxate or avobenzone. It provides robust UVA, UVB protection with the minerals. Again, zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, they're going to sit on the skin and provide a natural and robust barrier to UV penetrating rays that age and burn the skin. So again, these are really helpful. They do leave a significant white cast though. So if you have a darker skin type, it's a lot harder to get away with wearing purely mineral sunscreens because it will leave a significant white cast even for people with pale skin or fair skin like me. It leaves a substantial cast, but you could probably wear it under makeup or a tinted sunscreen if you wanted to layer it just to camouflage that white cast. Personally, I like zinc oxide and titanium dioxide because I tend to just go ahead and rock that white cast anyway, or I use it on my body so it's less noticeable. This sunscreen is going to be fantastic for sensitive skin. A lot of people with sensitive skin, me included, chemical filters tend to they can sometimes be irritating. Zinc oxide, titanium dioxide are fairly inert, benign products that don't cause generally don't cause any issues with the skin. In fact, they may even be beneficial for the skin. They may have anti-inflammatory components or features that may be helpful for people with sensitive skin issues, which is one reason why I really, really, really like this product. It's non-greasy, it's non-oily, there's no fragrance, it's really good for a sunscreen. And yeah, I really like this. This one is a little bit higher on the price spectrum. It's $11.49, but it's still going to provide good, robust protection. Now here's the CVS Clear Zinc in the tub. I showed you previously the 2 ounce in the bottle. The one in this jar right here is also 2 ounces, but it's significantly lower in price. I'm not exactly sure why. It's the same formulation. It's Clear Zinc Lotion, SPF 50, and it contains also a combination of zinc oxide as well as octocrylene. So you're going to be just getting a different packaging here, but it's $4.39, which is amazing for a combination sunscreen. Compare that to things like the dermatology sunscreen, for instance, which is also a combination of the zinc oxide and octinoxate chemical filter, and that's like $19 to $21 for only like 1.7 ounces. So this one is a significant cost savings. And if you're in a pinch, again, if you're traveling and you really need something quick and easy and inexpensive, this one is a good sunscreen to choose. I'll actually show you what it looks like on my face later on in the video, but yeah, I like this one a lot. I have this. I'm gonna add maybe some pigments in it to make a tinted sunscreen, but again, you can't beat the price. $4.39. It's great. Okay, so here are some CVS Health Broad Spectrum Sunscreen Lotions for the body. These are excellent to take with you on the beach if you wanted to. These are primarily chemical filters, but they're good price points as well compared to, something like the Coppertone, which I think these CVS bottles are dupes for the Coppertone body lotion. It is definitely significant cost savings and you're getting the same formulation. But here's the Ultra Protection Lotion SPF 50. There are varying range of SPFs in here, but this contains a mix of different combinations of chemical sunscreens like avobenzone for UVA, as well as homosalate and octisalate and octocrylene and oxybenzone. So a lot of these ingredients, things like the octocrylene is added generally to these to stabilize something like the avobenzone, which is fairly unstable in UV and in light. So it's still going to provide a good broad spectrum protection, but it won't be as, in my opinion, won't be as robust, again, there's my word, as in comparison to things like zinc oxide and purely mineral sunscreens. The higher SPF you go with these, the price tends to increase. So SPF 50 is like $9, $9.49, whereas you double that to 100, it goes to $10.49. It's just $1 more. But yeah, I really like these body sunscreens. Here's another CVS Health body lotion that maybe more moisturizing, and it is a little bit higher price than the other sort of sport beach going sunscreens. These are more for daily use, just everyday use to put it on your body when you're going out and about your daily life. But this is extremely moisturizing. It's also a chemical combination of different chemical filters. So you're getting, again, the what's in here? Yeah, you're getting ababenzone and a mix of different octocrylene to help balance and really stable that ababenzone, which is it's necessary if you have that in there. So this is good because it's not going to leave a cast for anyone. It goes on clear. Again, it's very moisturizing. So if you have dry skin, it could be very helpful for that. And yeah, I think it's a good buy, especially if you just want to have something in your bathroom that you can slather on every day if you have to go out and about. And yeah, I like this one. I think that anyone can really tolerate this. If you have maybe sensitive skin issues on the body, you may want to stick to purely mineral sunscreen lotions. I think that might be your best bet. And if you have any sort of qualms with chemical sunscreens, you may want to just stick to mineral as well. But they offer SPF 50 as well as SPF 70, and really there's no significant difference in terms of sun protection between the two SPFs, but really most people don't apply enough sunscreen on their body or their face to reach that SPF on the label. So even if you are getting like a 1% extra UVA, UVB protection from a higher SPF, it could be significant because, if you don't apply enough, that 1% could really help and go a long way. But yeah, these are also really great buys, and I highly recommend them if you are needing a moisturizing SPF lotion for your body. Okay, so in contrast to the ones I do recommend, here's some copper tone dupes that are spray SPFs, and these provide good SPFs ranging from 30 to 100. But the thing with aerosol sprays is that it really, if you're just relying on just spraying it without rubbing it in and really covering every square inch of your body and your face, you have many skip areas that aren't going to be covered by the droplets that are being placed on your skin. So yeah, I don't recommend them. Okay, so as CVS also has Neutrogena, their own like Neutrogena formulations that are under their name brand that have the same formulations, but they're less expensive. I mean, it's $9.59 for like their Breakout free face lotion compared to the Neutrogena brands, which is like $14-15. But this one is a 3-ounce fluid bottle of the Breakout Free Face Lotion SPF 50. I think this is marketed as Breakout Free because there's no oil in here, so it's going to be fine for people with acne or any type of issues with breakouts with sunscreens. But it does have it's primarily chemical filters. In fact, that's the only UV filters in here, like avabenzone, homosalate, octisalate, as well as octocrylene and oxybenzone. So if you have sensitive skin, you might want to steer clear from this, but generally if you're okay with these, then you could probably tolerate them. But the issue that I have with this one, even though it's a great sunscreen, is it has Cedrus atlantica bark in it, which is actually an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory ingredient, but it may contain fragrance compounds that are aggravating for some people. It also has cinnamon bark extract in it, which is also going to be irritating for people with sensitive skin. So if you have sensitive skin, rosacea, or any type of inflammatory condition, this isn't medical advice, definitely see your doctor, but cinnamon bark extract and this Cedrus atlantica bark extract, even though they are antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, they may be aggravating for some people with certain skin conditions. But generally, overall, this can be a great sunscreen. Again, if you just need something, if you're running out of Neutrogena and you're maybe traveling and you just need something in a pinch. I keep using that word, so I'm sorry. Please don't come for me with that. But yeah, it can be a great dupe if you just need your Neutrogena product, but you want the same formulation but a lower price point. So one of the sunscreens that I really like from CVS that I mentioned in the video was the Clear Zinc Lotion. I actually got this 2-ounce jar. I like the jar packaging. I mean, you have to stick your fingers in it, but there's still plenty in this package, and you could probably get like a spatula, or I have a lot of those flat popsicle sticks that I just stick in there and put on my face. But I like this sunscreen because it has zinc oxide, but it also has octocrylene Octocrylene, which is a chemical filter. This provides broad spectrum, both the zinc oxide and the octocrylene, against UVA and UVB. Zinc oxide, again, is ideal. It is natural. It is a mineral that just sort of sits on your face and provides a physical blocker against UV from penetrating your skin. Octocrylene is a good filter as well. I tend to find more irritation with this chemical filter around my eyes, so I try to avoid that area with this sunscreen. But the reason why I like this a lot is because, again, it has the zinc oxide, and because it has a chemical filter in it as well, it's a combination sunscreen. It cuts down on the casty residue, if you will, or the tint that a lot of purely mineral sunscreens provide. And for my skin tone, it actually dries down nicely. It doesn't leave a significant white cast. Also, another reason why I like this, I actually bought this when I was in Texas. I was sort of in a pinch. I didn't have a good combination sunscreen. A lot of times I will use the Dermatology Tinted Moisturizer SPF 46 with the combination of, I think of zinc oxide and octinoxate, and there's really no cast to that at all. But this isn't tinted, but one reason why I like this, and I'll keep skirting around this, but one reason why I like this is because, again, I was in a pinch when I was in Texas, and I found this at CVS. It was a good combination sunscreen that provided the zinc oxide, and it was under $5. I think I paid maybe around $4.29 for 2 ounces of this, whereas my Dermatology, I think, has gone up to $19 or $21 already for 1.7 ounces roughly. So this is a good buy in terms of the price point. I mean, $4, under $5 for 2 ounces of a combination sunscreen that has zinc oxide and octocrylene in it, it's a no-brainer. But again, if you're a deeper skin tone, it may not work for you, but I'll just go ahead and apply it on my skin tone. You can see sort of what my skin tone is. It's probably Fitzpatrick type 1 or 2. And when you open the jar, there is a safety cap on it, and you can see, just like any other sunscreen, it's white, basically your basic sunscreen. Just reviewing sunscreen colors over here. Yeah, so I bought this, and I wore this a few times when I was in Texas, especially when I was having to drive everywhere. Do you know Texas is a super large state? I was driving between Houston and Dallas, and that took like 4 hours, as well as the other cities that I was going to, like Waco and Austin and San Antonio. Just lots and lots of driving. Okay, I'm gonna put on my handy dandy sleep mask, which I use to sort of pull back my hair because that's what I do. Okay, let me go ahead and dot this bad boy on my face. Another reason why I like mineral sunscreens in particular is because you can really see it going on your face, and you can see the areas that you skip. Chemical sunscreens, they disappear so quickly, which is definitely ideal, but you can't really see any skip areas that you may have missed. That's another reason why I like tinted mineral sunscreens, because it provides you a good indicator of the areas that you missed, and like when you're rubbing it in, like you can see like patches of your just naked skin where you didn't cover it with sunscreen. Okay, so here I am with the dots all over my face. Let me go ahead and rub it in. It's definitely not as thick as a purely mineral sunscreen, but it's rather thick, to be honest. But again, it goes on fairly white, but it does dry down and sort of disappear, settle nicely on my skin, at least my skin tone. So, applying the sunscreen. I'm not gonna put any on my neck because it's already dark outside, so I'm just basically using this for potential protection from the indoor lighting that I have going on in here. And I'm definitely getting this in my hair. Okay, so I look like a ghost or a zombie, which is definitely the look that I admire. It's definitely the look that I go for, but it's not socially normal, I guess. Normal, whatever that is. Sorry, I'm not looking at you. I'm just looking at me to make sure I got the sunscreen everywhere. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just let this dry down or settle for about 10 or 20 minutes or so. Generally, when you have a sunscreen that has a chemical in it, like even one that has mineral in it, but if it has a chemical in it, you want to wait at least 20 minutes before you go outside, because it's generally, you have to make sure that the chemical filter has set up, and their chemical filters are they're not as stable as zinc oxide in regard to exposure to UV, especially avobenzone. So you definitely want to make sure that you wait a few minutes, ideally 20 minutes before you go outside to let it set up and it's just gonna be more effective at filtering out those UV rays. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this set up. Zinc up. Oh, side note, a mineral sunscreen, purely mineral sunscreen, you can slap that on and just go about your business, go outside as soon as you do it, because it's fairly stable. You can already see the sunscreen settling in and drying down. It's definitely giving me a little bit of a cast, but I'm gonna give it another 10, 15, 20 minutes. I'll give it 20 minutes and then I'll report back, okay? Okay, here I am back approximately 10 minutes after I applied the CVS Clear Zinc across my face. You can see that the white cast has gone down considerably. It has really settled out and it kind of has matched my skin tone, which is basically pale white. But yeah, for someone who's fair, you probably won't notice a significant cast. You could probably go out in this fairly worry-free. And if you're okay with the octocrylene, I actually applied it around my eyes and didn't have any irritation this time. So I guess I don't know, built some sort of strength immunity against it. But anyway, yeah, I also like the feel of it. It's not super greasy at all, but it is very moisturizing, which I adore. You can see definitely the shine coming from the lights, which isn't extremely significant, to be honest. So yeah, it's extremely moisturizing, non-greasy. There's no fragrance, so you don't have to worry about any sort of photo stability or sensitizing issues with that. And yeah, overall, I really like it. And I'll definitely be using this if I'm in a pinch and I'm traveling or I need, just a really cheap, inexpensive sunscreen on the go. I can definitely rely on this one. Some people may not do well with octocrylene, again, a chemical filter. If you are the type of person who doesn't want to deal with chemical filters at all, definitely check out the other mineral sunscreen options that I reviewed in this video. Mineral sunscreens in particular, I kind of like to just use on my body as well as my face. Again, if it has a tint, if it doesn't, I just go ahead and rock the white cast anyway. I hope this video has helped you learn more about pharmacy sunscreens, particularly the sunscreens that are available at CVS. In a future video, I'll go ahead and review the sunscreens that you can find at places like Walgreens or Duane Reade. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, please again, hit the like button down below. Definitely subscribe, join this community. I'd love to have you here. I'd love to see you in future videos. And let me know how you liked it. Are there any sunscreens that I missed that you want me to review in future videos? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you again for watching and for being with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.